On this week's episode of Brisket Medic, we're going to be doing some homemade bacon from a pork belly. We actually started this video about a week ago today. We took our pork belly from HEB, we opened it up, didn't do a whole lot of trimming on it because there wasn't a whole lot of loose ends. We took a pan and we placed 2 cups of salt, 1 cup of brown sugar, 1 cup of white sugar, and mixed it all together. On the bottom of that pan, we put half of that mixture on there. We slapped that pork belly across there and covered the top of it with the rest of our mixture. Now we made sure to cover every side of the pork belly with our curing mixture. Now we didn't use any curing salt, and there's a few reasons for that. With curing salt, you get a few things that people really like with pork belly. That red color, the longer lasting in the fridge, things like that. Now I didn't use it for a couple of reasons. Now it's not because I think it's bad for me. Quite frankly, the biggest reason is I forgot to buy any. But also, I'm going to be hot smoking this instead of cold smoking it, so I'm not going to give it a chance to grow any bacteria, and it's not going to last any longer than a week in my fridge anyways because, well, we likes to eat. So, I'm going to get these rinsed off in some lukewarm water to get the salt and sugar cure off of it, make that stop doing its job. We don't want it to keep penetrating with that saltiness. We want to do this between 3 and 10 days. Now at 3 days you can get some pretty decent bacon out of it. At 10 days, it's probably a little long. You're probably not going to really enjoy the product that you get out of it. In fact, it'll probably be like eating a hockey puck. So we waited right around 6 days. So we're going to rinse it off in some warm water, get it out here, and ready to throw on the Green Mountain Grill's Gym Bowie at 250 degrees. Do a little house cleaning. It's been a while. Our smoker is now up to 250 degrees. Let's take a look at this pork butt. I just pulled it out of the fridge, and I want you to see just how moist it has become. Now this was a dry rub. Remember, we didn't add any liquids at all to it. And this is really going to blow your mind. This is warm water. Again, we use warm water to get the salt and the sugar dissolved off of it. Alright? If you can see, here, I'm going to move the camera. I want you to see how much liquid is in this dish. It's moist. Moister than an oyster. Fluid. It's just, I mean, it's full. Okay, back at it. As I was saying before, I was rudely interrupted by this moist piece of meat. I'm going to go ahead and rinse it off in this nice warm water. It is a little chilly today. This isn't that hot. It's just a little reaction with cooler air. We're going to get it rinsed off, get all that salt and sugar off of it, and then I'm going to set it out, pat it dry, and let it sit for about 5 minutes or so before we get it ready to stick on the smoker. Don't mind me, just wiping my meat. Nothing better to do on a Saturday morning than get in the backyard, clean and beat your meat. After about 5 minutes, we're going to do our very last thing to this pork belly before slapping our meat across the grill. I've got some crushed black pepper here. This is very coarse ground. I believe it's 16 mesh. And I like to do a light coat over the top of it because I absolutely love peppered bacon. We're going to get this coated, slap our meat across the grill. 250 degrees, Green Mountain Grilled, Gym Bowie. Oh. Now that we've got it on the smoker, we're going to leave it on there and just let it ride for about 45 minutes before we come out here. And I'm either going to spin it or flip it or both, depending on how it's looking. I want to make sure that it gets nice, even coverage and even cooking all the way around. We're going to pull this out of the smoker when the internal temperature hits 150. Internal, not eternal. It doesn't go on forever. Anyways, we'll see you in about 45 minutes. We've been on for right at 45 minutes and it is looking really good. I'm going to go ahead and flip and spin this around and get it back on here for another 45 minutes before our next check. After our final 45 minutes, I went ahead and checked on our bacon in the smoker. I went ahead and probed it with my Inkbird instant read pen, and it's sitting right at 155 degrees internal temperature. So I'm going to go ahead and pull it out, throw it on some wire racks to let it cool off to room temperature, and then we're going to put it in the fridge covered up for about 3 to 4 hours. And we're going to slice it and try some of this beautiful, beautiful smoked bacon. Bacon, 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 bacon. That is just absolutely beautiful and hot. Smoky, peppery, with bacon. Just a little bit. We've let our bacon rest for a couple of hours in the fridge, and then I stuck it in the freezer for right around 30 minutes. It's now ready to slice up and give it a taste. When you slice it up, it's good to have it in the fridge for a while or in the freezer for a while, because the colder it is, the easier it is to slice. Get yourself a nice sharp knife. This is a brisket slicer, and it's going to work really great for this. We're going to get it sliced up, and we're going to try a few pieces. Our bacon's almost done, and I cannot wait to get a taste of it. Let's go ahead and take a taste of this, and I'll go ahead and take a slice and pop that meat in my mouth. Ooh, it's still hot. Take a look at that beautiful piece, thick cut peppered bacon. Still hot. Oh. Wow. Don't ever spend $6 to $9 a pound on thick cut bacon at the store again. You can do this at home, $3 or $4 a pound, and it tastes so much better. Stick around and see what we're going to do with the rest of this pork belly bacon next week. This is Brisket Medic. Hit that thumbs up, hit the subscribe button. I'll see you then. I love you. Drink more water.